Rumors are that allegedly Marc Daly may be going broke. What happened? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Marc Daly is going broke. What happened? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Kenyamoore's ex-husband Marc Daly is going broke, which surprised a lot of divorce onlookers, a source explained. Marc has been fighting this divorce battle with Kenya longer than they have been together as a married couple. Many speculated that Marc's money must be extremely long to consistently wage a divorce battle with the second highest paid housewife in Atlanta, said the source. The source continued, the first cracks in Marc's financial ability to fight Kenya in court came when he formally requested Kenya to pay his legal fees. Something most onlookers saw as being weird, since Marc is an alleged millionaire restaurant entrepreneur. So the question is, what other cracks has Marc shown that revealed that he may be going broke and shows how Kenya may have the upper hand moving forward? Well, Marc's divorce attorney dropping him allegedly for his inability to meet rising attorney fees may be the reason. Rumors are that allegedly Marc's rising legal bill has caused his lawyers to drop him as a client, leaving him scrambling to find new representation before next month's divorce hearing, where Kenya is hoping to settle everything once and for all. Things are looking bad for Marc's evil plan to take half of Kenya's empire, said another source. He really bit off more than he could chew, and should have taken Kenya's divorce deal last year when offered. However, he was blinded, said the source, by greed and revenge. And now it looks like he will leave his brief marriage to Kenya with absolutely nothing. Not like he deserves anything anyway, ended the source. Another insider said that Marc has been spending a great deal of time trying to keep his hospitality business afloat since the pandemic, and that his money grab at Kenya's empire may have been his way to keep himself financially afloat during his rebuilding phase. However, ended the source, it seems like he's going to have to find another way to come up because his new financial plan is being twerked by Kenya's ability to pay her legal fees and also wage an even harder divorce fight against Marc. Now, kinfolk, this is a lot of information that came across my desk regarding Kenya and Marc's forever divorce. And it seems like they have been going at each other's necks for quite some time. But I think this is the first time we have probably seen a real crack in this whole divorce proceedings when it comes to both parties' abilities to continue to move forward, in which I feel like is a petty divorce war. But kinfolk, there are some parts of this rumor that I was very surprised about. And I think the first part that I was surprised about is this. I was very surprised by Marc's alleged divorce financial issues during this whole divorce fight. Because, as you know, Marc is a former financier and a pretty successful restaurant entrepreneur. So it was a little baffling hearing the fact that Marc may be struggling allegedly to be able to pay his legal fees. And so, when you think about it, no matter how much money you have, a legal fight gets very expensive. Lawyers are expensive. It's time. And then also it becomes very mentally draining, especially when you've been going through it for almost 3 years. And so one can only imagine that Marc's attorney probably made a great deal of money out of Marc and decided the fact that, hey, I'd have made my money, I'm finna to jump ship. I I do believe the part of the rumor where it says that Marc may have been blinded by greed and revenge for Kenya ultimately leaving him as his reasons for wanting to wage this divorce fight, which is never a good thing to do. You can talk to any divorce lawyer or any couple that's been through a divorce, and the first thing they'll probably tell you is take your emotions out of it, especially when you have a specific end goal that really doesn't involve money or your ability to move forward. And so with that being said, I could see how Marc could, have become very blinded by greed and anger towards Kenya in their divorce proceedings, because it's very natural, but at the same time, it's very detrimental to one's financial future if they are unable to pay these mounting legal fees that may leave them worse off than they were entering into this divorce. Now, kinfolk, I will say, when we found out that Marc was, requesting allegedly for Kenya to pay his legal fees, I was like, yeah, that wasn't a good look. And I could see how Kenya probably could have smelled blood in the water, and she probably could have had her legal team continue to wage this fight on, probably, to drain Marc's pockets so he can, drop this divorce. This divorce fight in court. Not saying that's what she did, but I could see that possibly happening. Now, kinfolk, is another part of this rumor that I do find very interesting, and it's this. If I was in Marc's shoes, considering all this information, because right now it's alleged information and rumors, if I'm putting myself into Marc's shoes, there is no way I would have waged such a long, hard divorce fight with Kenya. Because as you all know, Kenya is rumored to be the second highest paid housewife in Atlanta. And it's not even including her hair care empire, which is constantly growing every single year. So I don't think that was a smart thing to do for Marc to do, especially coming out of a pandemic where we know the restaurant business, especially in New York, took a big hit. And so then it makes people think, wait, is this a money grab? Because we all know that, not saying Marc's business may have suffered a great deal of financial loss, but we do know that the restaurant industry did take a hit. So, dividing up your mental capacity to run a hospitality company and try to run a divorce, which has gone on longer than you guys have probably been married, then it becomes very taxing. And you probably can't even think straight, which probably I see lead him making very big mistakes in this divorce proceedings. If I was Marc, I probably would have just laid low. Try to work things out as amicably with Kenya behind the scenes and in private. So when it came down to the divorce proceedings, everything would have just been formalities. We coming in, we sign the paperwork, and we getting in and we getting out. And that's even the way I probably would have done it if I was Marc and I was trying to leave the marriage with a piece of Kenya's empire. Probably not the whole thing, and definitely not the house. But if he did want it, some alimony, I think it would have been best worked out behind the scenes instead of being worked out in the public eye. Now, kinfolk, it's another part of this rumor about Marc's attorney leaving him that I think could probably, prove to be factual later on. And it's this. I do believe Marc's attorney probably feels like he can't win this divorce fight. And the reason why I say this is because if he had a good possibility, or the likelihood would be that he would win the case, his attorney would have stayed, because him winning the case would have meant Kenya paying his lawyer fees. So technically, he could have ran up a high lawyer fee bill, and then Kenya would either reimburse him or the attorney if he was to win the divorce fight. But the fact that his attorney is no longer doing that, it may prove to be the case that she or he may not see a way forward for Marc to win this case. And I think it's because, too, again, if you are to believe this rumor, I think it could be that, him allegedly trying to take half of Kenya's house and probably even half of her money in her hair care business, allegedly, then a lawyer might think that's outrageous, man. You only been married maybe, 2 years? The divorce has gone on longer than you all have been married, and everything you're trying to get a piece of was built before you came into the picture. So with that being said, I could very well see his divorce lawyers pretty much washing their hands with him because his demands may be becoming too outrageous for them to continue on to fight respectively in court. Now, Kimfolk, the last part of this rumor that I think should have been the second best course for Marc to move about things is this. Rumors are that allegedly Kenya offered Marc some type of divorce deal sometime last year so they get everything off the table and get everything out the public eye and get everything over with. People say that allegedly Marc was very close to accepting that deal that Kenya gave. However, it was leaked that Kenya had started dating again. And I think we talked about this here on the channel. And sources say that allegedly that actually, enraged Marc that Kenya had started moving on romantically and, brushed aside the alleged deal that was on the table. Drawing out this divorce because of that allegedly is just not a good thing. Marc's reputation has taken a lot of hits. And if he wants to move forward with a better reputation intact, then I think that he would have to go ahead and get things wrapped up and probably revisit whatever alleged deal that was on the table last year. Because Marc has to fix a PR image issue and a business issue. And sources saying that Marc was actually looking to open up a restaurant in Atlanta. So then if that is the case, you definitely want to have or be on good terms with Kenya, who is an Atlanta fixture and has a lot of connections in Atlanta that can help your restaurant succeed. So with that being said, petty grievances, I think, is what's going to ultimately be the downfall of Marc's financial fight in divorce court, which is not a bad thing because, as the source is saying, it's not like he deserves any money out of Kenya. This should have been a cut and clear divorce from the very beginning. But Kimfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Hearing this new news that Marc's lawyer actually left him, do you think it was because of financial issues, or do you think it was because they feel like he doesn't have a good case to win? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, Kimfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.